Hello and g'day, you mob. Oh, microphone's on this side today. On this side. Nathan Fishboy has made it to a stream. G'day, Nate. How are you all? What's going on? Happy New Year and all that stuff. First stream for the year. Yeah. Yes. First in the chat today. Big bucket of kudos out in the post to you, S. Well done. Myrtle, how are you? Myrtle was getting lots of love in the Bentley Pasco stream. Good to see. Rico Stan, how are you? Krager's Fish. Bentley is a lovely guy for plugging away at me and letting Candy chuck up my links. I like that a lot. And newcomers are always welcome. I suppose a little bit of housekeeping. First up, Corvus Hoskin will not be joining us today. He has an illness. I don't think it's the Rona. I think he's just got a rather nasty head cold or something like that. So yeah, bit of a heads up there for those who are expecting to see Corvus, and I guess a heads up for those two that prefer it like this. But yeah, pretty soon I will have one of our other regular guests coming on in. I'll get some of these hellos and stuff out of the way, and then try and find out where the beast's at. Just a little secret, I actually know where he's at. Chevy Fish, thank you. Sleep well, have good sleeps and dreams and all that good stuff. Paddy's back. How are you, Paddy? Paddy Shatner in his use. Geek Boy, hello, welcome back. Paddy's making sex jokes, I think. Bottom Dwellers Aquatics, hello, Bottom Dwellers. Not much experience, but I'll have a look at it for you, Bottom Dweller. Zip Gun, you have been witnessed. Welcome. Yeah, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? 2 thumbs down before it even started. It's all right. I don't mind. I am comfortable within my own person that I can accept a thumbs down here and there. It's yes, I consider things like that that person's issue. Really, they've got the problem. I mean, sure, I've got problems, but if you're that eager just to go and wickety whack a thumbs down, thanks Rico Stan, that was timely for me to read. Yeah, you've got your own issues. I'm not going to worry too much about someone else's issues unless I can be of assistance. The folks already talking about bedroom enhancements. Oh, Stargate, that'd be an interesting one today. Maybe we should go back and do a rewatch. Let me get through a couple of these hellos. I said hi to Nathan before. I think my chat just did a mega jump. Crikey. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, it seems so long ago already that it was New Year's Day, and here we are almost a week into 2021. Larry D, how's it going? No worries, mate. I've been getting my dose of Larry D from your Instagram posts. I notice you've been going ham. Someone said it just before. Let's run with a theme. Going ham on your comedy signposts on the Instagram. Been enjoying them. Quite a few LOL kind of moments with those signs. James Hukulak, how are you, Jimbo? Jimbo James H. What's going on down your way, Nate? Just the shocking hot weather and stuff, or you got other nonsense going on? Who else have I missed? Oh, we can try, bottom dwellers. We've got quite the what are they called? Brains Trust. Quite the Brains Trust rolls in and around here. So yeah, no harm at all in fish talk on a supposed fish YouTube channel. John McKenzie, g'day, and GRB, g'day, mate. There's now we've got a mod in the house to stop old mate going ham. But no, Paddy, you keep going ham, mate. We don't mind you going ham at all. It's a good kind of ham, like a honey baked ham, but leave the capers off. No one wants capers on a ham, do they? Speaking of honey baked ham, I know a guy who was involved in the cooking of one around the Christmas time. Let's bring him in. Here he is. The Beast.
Hello.
And I might go over to this view.
Perfect.
So we can be big-headed.
Yes, head swell. Hello, everyone.
We are the big-headed Australians. Oh, hey, mate. I didn't. My soundboard has fritzed out, so okay. I couldn't bring you up with a round of applause or some raucous laughter.
I had the smoke show. It's fine. I got my entry theatrics. As they do in the wrestling, you got to pay for your own special effects. So, yeah, I'm onto it.
Yeah, good. Someone's got to be. I'm all over the place. Joel G, how are you? Maria Z, hi again. Oh, wow. That looked weird. What was that?
It's called an O-Light. It's a fancy new technology that, 1,500 lumens. Amazing.
It was very bright, considering it is obviously quite daytime around you and stuff.
Yeah. I have the lighting.
Yeah. Don't know about those Pictus catfish, Nath. I've never kept them. I know they can be quite pretty. But are you suspecting that the Pictus cats have something to do with the with the whatchamacallits, angels dying and stuff? Going to Inception style. What's it called? An infinity loop.
Trying to find it.
Oh, if it wasn't for your screen, I wouldn't have noticed Omar Monsif come in. Welcome, Omar. G'day. I don't know, StreamYard chat is just redonks. It's all over the joint. If I don't keep my eyes on it, all of a sudden I've missed 47 messages.
The infinity loop won't work on a half a screen. Oh well, I gave it a go.
On a what screen?
Oh, because I've got the big screen's got the stream on YouTube, so I can see the chat. I'm using my phone. I thought I'd be able to get an infinity loop going, but needs a bit more practice.
10 seconds behind.
Yeah, needs to be instant.
Well, Nath, you've got to do the juggling, mate. When you get multiple tanks, you've got to become a quality juggler as well, not juggler. G'day, Rockford. On a roll in his warships game. Yeah, I got to be careful with those things. They get quite addictive. I'm already addicted to this one on the telephone called Match 3D. Just, dragging funny little pictures around. And, yeah, I get incredibly explosive at the ads and stuff that pop up, but it's worth the frustration. Did we get to bottom? Did bottom dweller hit? No, I didn't hit a question about fish yet, but we can certainly try and talk about fish. I was hoping BJ would be in here. Someone let me know when BJ comes in. If I don't see it, I've got a very nice picture that I think BJ will like.
I've had about 4 fish deaths in the last 7 days.
Swords.
Yeah, swordtails, and the clocks run out on their lives. But the spawning season this year has been huge. I went out there with the torch the other night, and my wife Emma's got some sight problems, but with the Olight, with the really bright lighting, she could see everything in perfect detail. So we counted at least 6 little tiny little babies, and there was some of the earlier spawners that probably came out in about November, December, and they're getting quite sizable already. But the tiny little spawnlings, they come out feeding, and I've been feeding them tiny powder twice a day. So yeah, the swords are breeding. It's good.
I guess one of the... Keep going.
It's bad that some die, but the clock's got to run out sometimes.
Yeah, well, and like all creatures, we only have a finite time on this planet, don't we? But the one good benefit to your swordtail setup is that it's outdoor, so you're going to get a lot more of that microbiome in the water, the little bugs and stuff that babies love to eat.
Yep. Daphnia,
the other ones, and those other ones as well. There's plenty of it about. All I got to do is stick a bucket outside for 2 days, and it's got baby Daphnia in it.
Baby fish love it.
Yeah, bottom dwellers aquatics. First fish question of the day. Any aquarium fish you would recommend for dinner? I got some goldfish I need to rehome. I believe that most fish fingers are made from goldfish meat. All of the goldfish that aren't won at the county fair, they ship them off to the fish finger factory, and that's where fish fingers come from. G'day, Drama D. How's it going? Long time no see. But yeah, Nate's got a good suggestion. Is barramundi, one of the finest eating aquarium fish.
Yeah, they get big. Yeah. You need a big tank to keep them happy and healthy.
Nice big Jaguar cichlid or Oscar. You probably get a couple of good fillets off them.
Think about the small things though. Like the Japanese have a tradition of fishing for smelt, and you just fry those guys up whole and make them nice and crispy. Delicious, apparently. So the smaller fish breed better. You've got a lot of them rather than having just one big fish that you put all your focus on. So there's less chance for disease and all kinds of crap to go on. And it's not about the big payoff. You can just constantly produce stuff to eat. I think the other thing for aquariums for food is we might have talked about this before, is yabbies. I don't know if they're endemic to other countries, but the good old Charax destructor is a delicious table item.
Yeah, I'd love to have many, many, many big tubs of those guys breeding just to constantly eat them and sell the excess to restaurants and stuff. Bottom dwellers. Tried fish sticks for the first time in my adult life a few months ago, and were not as good as I remember them being as kids. But now I know, now I know how they're made. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Kids don't have issues with eating goldfish, but once they're an adult and you develop a little bit of a moral compass, just knowing that they're goldfish probably won't make them as enjoyable at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've often heard that plecos are definitely a food fish in their native habitats, but I would imagine that bottom dweller catfish and stuff potentially need a fair bit of preparation. Oh, that's weird. A fair bit of preparation to make them edible, I would imagine. Hello, Thirsty Rabbit. How are you, brother? And Candy Overalls. G'day. Oh.
Yes, I've got it. There's 3.
Yeah.
4. Here we go.
Aquaman, how are you? What are you going on about?
The goldfish eat shit. Yeah. Koi and goldfish, yeah, they're dirty. They're really carp are fucking dirty.
Well, you never know what undigested gems you might find in a piece of poo. So, they'll put it in their mouth and chomp it up, but probably spit out most of the fecal matter and only keep what might be digestible by them.
Yeah, recycled protein. Smart move.
As long as they don't get worms or anything from eating poo. How we've done bedroom enhancers already, and we've done eating poo already. Is there no subject that we won't touch upon?
It's all fish related, mate. It's all fish related. Performance enhancers for fish. Is there anything that gets fish horny, like catnip for cats? Does anyone know any stimulators for fish breeding activity?
The only stimulation I know of is good, fresh, cool water change. That's generally the best one.
Yep.
Not sure how good Barry White or any of that stuff works that people say quite often. But I'm sure there's some scientific merit behind the investigation of such things.
Yes. So I've been instructed from another fishy friend fellow that next time a swordtail dies, I've got to go to its mouth and feel how sharp its teeth are, because apparently they've got a real good set of gnashes on them.
Interesting.
I haven't experienced it yet. So next time one dies, I'm going to play around with its mouth a bit and see what I can
Terry's Tropical Tanks. How are you, Terry? Terry says that there are hormones that breeders use.
Yeah, right.
To get the fish a wee bit more friskier.
Good to know.
Interesting. See, I knew there's just enough people around to have all the good facts. Yeah, Thirsty, I checked out your Oscar video just before I went up on air on here. Those Oscars are looking mint, man. Those oranges are popping. Popping. Oh yeah, that's a good one too, GRB. The live food. If you've got aquarium raised fish, then feeding them live food can also be a good inspiration for rumpty.
For copulation.
Copulation.
Nice.
Copulation in the fornicatorium. G'day, Dragon Lair. How's it going? I will repeat my further announcement from earlier too that Corvus will not be joining us today. He is illness personified, and the doctor has ordered hydration and bed rest for him. Normally, I'd recommend whiskey as well, but I believe Corvus is teetotal, so we don't recommend whiskey to teetotalers.
You're not his doctor, are you, Dr. Black?
Well, that's the doctor I was referring to that gave him those instructions. But
yes. The whiskey prescription.
Yeah, it's my standard go-to. Broken leg, drink some whiskey.
Drink some whiskey.
Drink some whiskey.
Yeah.
Balding, drink some whiskey.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it probably works 9 times out of 11.
Have you ever heard of telomerase?
What?
Telomerase.
No, what are they?
Telomerase is a substance that is purported to lengthen the telomeres on our chromosomes. So when cells divide, the telomeres get shorter, and eventually they're so short and so frayed that they don't replicate anymore. And that's what triggers death in an organism.
Ah.
So you can get this telomerase for a couple of $100, and apparently it gives you longevity.
Interesting. Hello, Casval. And who else just jumped in here? Brodders, wasn't it? Craig Broderick. The Mr. Craig. The Craigos. The Brodders. The man, the myth, the legend. How are you, Craigos?
Hello.
Casval. Interesting. I think one of those aquarium co-op towels even made it down to Australia. I can't remember. I think it was Blake. Blake got a bunch of aquarium. I pride myself on pronunciation of correctness, just like how I pronounce Cinder's overhauls. That's how you pronounce Candi, isn't it? Cinders. But anyway, I just thought I'd go with phonetic. Yeah, Blake got one of those towels. It might be the one and only co-op towel in Australia due to the fact that they do not ship down to Australia. So well done to Blake for shirking the system and getting it worked. Vinoxky, how's it going? Whoa, that looks a little bit zany.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to completely remove all of the pigment from your iris.
You couldn't see the green?
It sort of looked that way, but now it's all there. Might have just been a particular angle you held it on. Whoa. Colin's Critter Cave. Welcome, Colin. Consider your virginity taken. Everyone has to have their Dr. Black virginity taken at some stage. That was my first movie role, Casval. I probably said it wrong the second time because I couldn't remember how I said it first time. But yeah.
Did you know that?
I'll take that. I'll be Toe Cutter.
Did you know that Toe Cutter returned to the series and he was actually a Morton Joe in the most recent installment of the Mad Max series?
Yeah. What's the actor's name?
Rhys Davies something?
Yeah, something like that. I remembered reading something about that not too long ago in my readings of movie and TV stuff. Big D, how's it going, Big D?
Big D.
Oh, GRB has also shirked the co-op delivery ethos. He got himself a USB air pump down here. Well done. Oh, really, Craig? So I can lie as much as I like about my screen time in movies, but it seems that Craig Broderick has actually done some screen time in The Slap. Hang on, was that a movie or TV show? Yeah, it was a movie, wasn't it? Like back in the 90s or something? Australian movie, I seem to recall.
The
Not
Slap.
The Slap, yeah. I do. I go back to there was a comedy bit on one of the Australian sketch comedy shows called The Slap, where the guy would just slap everyone. I think that went viral too when they turned it into a little bit of a YouTube video, or it's been used in memes and stuff. Barbecue in the backyard, and dude starts slapping everyone out, and then
Oh,
the cops
yes.
turn up.
Yes.
Cops turn up, and he slaps all the cops out as well.
Yes, I remember that.
I don't remember what show it was from though. Full Frontal or one of those. Maybe one a little bit newer than Full Frontal.
Let's get some.
Anyway, quality comedy. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go into your fish. Actually, I'll pop you on the whole screen and I'll just sneak over to the refrigerator. How do I do that? I'll push that button. Oh, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Hang on. I have to get rid of Brothers' thing too so we can see it all. That's looking nice and clear.
I think I've got about fucking 20 babies. Jesus Christ, this year has been good.
Well, we better move some of your adults into one of my tanks.
Yeah, for sure. You'd be more than welcome to take some. They'll probably
Have
only
you
have about.
have you done any net catching of fish in the little creek behind your joint?
Yeah, I used to. I got some good native shrimp, freshwater shrimp out of there years ago. And gambusia, which are introduced species. They're not that great. Mosquito fish, they brought them over here like cane toads. But yeah,
they were a worldwide problem, not just an Australian problem.
Yeah, right.
They're pretty much on every continent on the planet except for Antarctica, I believe.
Yeah, right. They're global. But I'll sing one praise for the gambusia, and that is I put a fighter fish, a male betta, in a tank with gambusia, and he was quite fighty, and the women, like the gambusia women, beat him back up so well that he stopped fighting other fish. He learned his lesson. Wow. and he actually behaved. So a lot of the psychology of the betta is a product of their upbringing and their raising and the way they treat them.
And their dominance or something?
Yeah, their natural instincts are there always, but, we're not a product of just our natural instincts. We can grow and become enlightened or better ourselves than the hand that we've been dealt from birth.
Where are you at, Zip Gun? Zip Gun says gambusia are a native there. Wherever he is or she is. Zip Gun, I believe, is male from memory. Not to...
I thought they were Mexican or South American.
Yeah, I thought they were Central American.
Yeah, Central.
But yeah, no, the reason I ask about that is that when you brought up smelts before, talking about your Japanese people cooking smelts, one of our most prolific native fish is the Australian smelt, pretty much in all of the little creeks and waterways around here. So, maybe you want to catch a whole bunch of them and fry them up and eat them whole.
Yeah.
Hello, bottom dwellers.
I love my pets. I don't think I'd ever eat a swordtail. Even if it died of natural causes, I'd be off it. But yeah, would potentially look like a stunning thing on a table though, with the sword and the bright colours, all deep fried and crispy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to batter it to hide the colour.
Nah, you don't want to hide the colour.
Oh, there we go. a little bit of a set to there. Zip Gun saying Florida. Someone else saying Gambusia aren't native to Florida, and then Dragon Lair saying that one species of Gambusia is native to Florida. Jeff Rose, fish keeping. Jeff Rose, how are you, mate? Long time no speak. Welcome back to the world of YouTube, brother. It's good to see you back in getting amongst it.
Welcome.
And yeah, Nate, those crayfish prices are a bit ridiculous, isn't it? It'd be nice to get those some of our nice, pretty Australian ones to self-clone, like that self-cloning species from America.
Oh, the not self-clone, the self replicating one. Yeah, it pumps out. I know what you mean. Yeah.
You say replicate, I say clone. I think
yeah,
the dictionary says they mean the
language.
same.
Yeah. I'm onto it. That would be amazing. Yeah, the spiny rainforest cray, man, it's got a huge future potential. Also, to get them in the wildlife, like to get them in the ecosystem in case of a big drought where they die off, or a bad pollution event. We want to be able to get the species back to their home grounds after problems occurred, with all the supportive plants and microfauna as well, if they've been culled.
I don't know how many people, being that lots of our people in here are from a foreign country. Righto Thirsty, thanks for hanging out, mate. If they're familiar with the rainforest crayfish that we speak of, but it's a vivid blue and white striped crayfish, and they spend more time out of the water than in the water. So you can be going on a rainforest bushwalk and come across some crayfish just sitting up on the footpath. Oh, so you can get them down here, Nate, those self-cloning ones. That'd be good. But yeah, I'm trying to find a picture. Oh, I want a really good. Some of the pictures only look like they just look like blue claws, red claws. I'm gonna go back here, share my screen, back over here. So yeah, I mean these aren't necessarily the best examples of the ones we get around here, even though that really is a beautiful picture. I want one of those. What name do you know it by? I just always known them as rainforest crayfish.
Yeah. Freshwater lobster. They can get huge.
Yeah, the most striking ones I've seen have just been white and blue, like zebra stripes sort of thing. But
I've noticed the pigmentation is a solid blue, but on a harder wearing edges or spines of their body, the blue would turn to white.
Crikey. Monster.
They can get huge.
Yeah, I don't think that's an Australian one, though. That dude doesn't look Australian at all. Yeah, well, Nath, I've always wanted to. I've had this massive goal of putting a big shed out in the back paddock and filling it with concrete tanks, and breeding crayfish for the restaurant trade. because there's lots of different ones. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, GRB, Lamington spiny crayfish, but the ones I'm thinking of are just pretty much white and blue, very vivid. I'll have to do a better job of searching for the one that...
I don't think the internet has everything, and our local environment, our jungles close to us, definitely have some specimens that are undescribed or undiscovered. So there's a potential for difference of experience where people will talk about stuff. And I experienced this a lot when I was growing up, where I'd talk about an experience that I'd physically had, and the other person would say, bullshit, you're lying. And they wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, no, I just remember them being so vividly white, but perhaps I should have taken a photo way back the last time I saw one and put it on the internet. Then I'd have a photo, wouldn't I?
Yes, we must document reality as much as possible, especially the outstanding events. It's important.
There's also, not only those guys, there's also been a program in the creeks around here to reinvigorate the population of our local freshwater cod.
Yep.
Oh, did I see Blake's Aquatics? G'day, Blacky. How are you, mate?
Hey, Blake.
Yeah, I can't even remember what our local cod's called, but it's pretty much the same thing as a Murray cod, just not quite as big.
Yep.
Is it the Bellinger River cod, maybe?
Could
something
be.
Like that.
That is a magnificent water system. Absolutely.
So good. So many nice waterfalls as well.
Yeah. We another tangent. Some people down when the fires happened last year, around this time in Kangaroo Valley, they rescued a lot of platypus because things were pretty tough for them down there, and put them back in the water. And Kangaroo Valley down on the south coast of New South Wales has the healthiest population and diverse genetics of all platypus in Australia.
Yeah, right. No, it's good to hear. Apparently the populations up here are on the mend as well.
That's good news. That's good news. And they need, like, figure this, like, we've got platypus, but do people care about what platypus eat? The good old yabby, he buries himself into the dirt, so he can survive a fire, but the platypus does a burrow as well. They're pretty good at it, but apparently the platypus are getting enough yabbies and their populations are going well. But why not stimulate the system? Why not bring in more yabbies and just
piling more yabbies or freshwater mussels as well? I think are one of their big feeds.
Yeah, feed them.
I just caught a fly, so I'm gonna have to go and feed my pet spiders.
Okay, yeah, we gotta feed our environment. We gotta treat our world as if it's our aquarium. I think the topic of an aquarium is a very entry-level aspect, but the reality is we're world building. We're building microbiomes for creatures to inhabit.
Yeah. G'day, Pugamus. How are you? Sorry, forgot to say hi.
Pug.
I g'day, Ty Hunsicker as well. While we're on the highs, I was going for this. Let's call it a consultancy role with a project developer in the area, and I said that one of my skills was I build ecosystems.
Nice.
And that just means I have fish tanks. It's a fancy way of saying it.
Exactly.
Hello, Lauren Ashley and El Tropico. How are we? Welcome. And Scott Henderson. Oh, I missed that. How are you, Scott? Welcome. Eastern freshwater cod. Clarence River cod. That's the one I was thinking of, GRB. Thank you. Because, yeah, the Clarence River is not far south of here, but obviously those cod have inhabited the creeks and rivers around here for a long, long time as well. But, yeah, their population was quite low, and they've had a government program, let's call it, to they've been breeding in a captive environment and releasing fingerlings back out into the waterways, which is choice. Funny story too about local waterways. One of the particular creeks involved. G'day, Chevy. How are you, mate? Welcome.
Chevy.
Yeah, there's a creek up in Huonbrook where Sarah used to live. It has quite a few really lovely swimming holes in it. And she took her kids up there yesterday for a swim. Scott, we'll see how we go, mate. Ian Atkins, how are you, mate? Welcome. Yeah, they went for a swim in this swimming hole. That's, normally a lovely swimming hole to go in, and within a few minutes of being in the water, they were getting thumped and scratched on the legs. And one of Sarah's sons said that he saw 2 catfish almost 60 centimetres long. That's 2 feet for you imperial people. And yeah, they were obviously had a nest in the swimming hole and were defending their eggs.
Nice.
And yeah, one of her boys got quite a few scratches on his ankle, and the impending pain that also comes from a catfish scratch with the venom in its spine. So then she said some other people came along to the swimming hole as well, and they were also chased out of the swimming hole by the catfish. So yeah, they might need to give that swimming hole a little bit of a wide berth for a week or two till those eggs are hatched and waft downstream.
Were they colourful catfish or just brownies?
Just the eel tail ones, our local one here.
Nice.
Tandanis.
Yeah. Have you heard of Carps Creek up Durumble way?
Carps Creek?
Yeah.
No, not by name anyway.
Yeah, it's not an official name. That's just a local name. Up near my mate Leo's house, someone let go of some koi probably about 2 decades ago. And there's some majestic, giant, big goldfish swimming up in the creek up there. That fucking $1 million koi. Beautiful.
I remember, I'm not sure if it's still there, but going back maybe about 10 years, the creek down behind the showground, there was a massive big koi in there that was about 2 foot long. And yeah, you could go down there any day of the week and just hang out for 10 minutes and you'd see the thing in this particular area.
Majestic beast. Oh, majestic.
Yeah, I mean, sure, they shouldn't be there, but they just look so impressive in the water, don't they?
Oh, the colours. It's beautiful. I think you got to kill them if you catch them. Otherwise, you get a fine. But
yeah. You're supposed to kill them and bury them, apparently. That's the fisheries rule with noxious fish.
Yep.
Not even allowed to take them home.
No. Leave them where they are then. Observe. Enjoy.
I suppose you've got to get caught to get in trouble, don't you? What the heck was that? That stuff falling all over the place. C23. Who let Clarence in? Whoops. I have caused myself a bleeding. Silly me. Yeah, that's absolutely right. It's pretty rare in the rainforest creeks and whatnot around here that your fisheries inspectors are wandering around. So
Yeah.
very, very rare that you'd get sprung. Are you stateside, Bottom Dwellers Aquatics, BDA? I might have to shorten that too because I'm lazy. I would be actually super impressed to see our Tandanus cats starting to show up in American fish tanks because they really are quite an impressive fish in a tank. One of my favourite aspects to the eel-tail catfish is their eyes. They've got these massive, big, bluey grey eyes that look like those goggle eyes that you stick on rocks to make them pet rocks. Are you getting that thunder at your joint?
I just heard it. Yeah, I was going to ask you. The thunder's rolling in.
Super sunny and stuff out to the east, but
yeah,
looks like this storm is rolling in from the southwest.
It's going to hammer us. Yeah.
Well, to me, it feels like one of those ones where you get a lot of noise and not much rain or anything.
Big show.
Yeah. Oh, look out. Just as I was about to start saying hi to the new people that have come in, my chat goes and jumps. Crystal, how are you, love? Welcome. Pamela, hey, back to you. Fishy net internet person. Fishy internet person. Pamela, welcome. Hi. Happy New Year and all that stuff.
Ooh, fishnets.
Why can't you eat blue tilapia? I thought all tilapia was very, 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 very edible. Ah, I see. Zip gun saying not supposed to. Right. Yeah, tilapia is the same down here as well. They're oh, that looked pretty cool with the light, I must say. It looked like your dance lights in the lounge room or the other room, the dance room.
Dance floor.
Yeah, the tilapia down here are considered a noxious pest as well, and are another one of those ones that if you catch one, you're supposed to murder it on the spot and bury it. I'm sure I just missed someone else coming in, didn't I? Yeah, I'd eat tilapia. I think it's a very damn good eating fish. Lots of people use them in their aquaponics systems, but you're not allowed to in Australia. But that's okay because we've got fish like jade perch, which are much better in a aquaponic system. Bigger fillets, faster growth, probably similar growth rate, and massive omega-3 concentration. Upstate New York, close to Canada. So yeah, are the Tandanus catfish available to buy in the States? Because I would imagine that they'd have to be imported. Because I suppose if you had a nice large outside pond or something, you could probably get them to nest and breed. Because have you ever seen a eel tail nest in a creek? They're pretty impressive structures. It's like they clear off almost a perfect circle, about a meter, maybe 4 or 5 feet, a big circle in the gravel in the bottom of a creek or river. Male builds it, lures the females in. Once the male and female lay eggs in the nest, then they'll staunchly defend it until the eggs are hatched. But yeah, pretty impressive structure to see when you're just strolling through a creek. Hello, Ginger Graves. How are you, love? Or if I can remember, your name is Angus. I'll just call you Bedangus. But I probably won't because I'll probably forget. G'day, T-Bones. That one was for your dog, Scott. That was a warm-up one. I know quite frequently we talk about Star Wars in here, and GRB's posting of a link to Sarah's artwork has just reminded me that, I don't know, does anyone want to see or have input on my oh, look out. Oh, that's a nice shirt.
Target.
I do enjoy a TIE fighter, as I think everyone knows.
Yeah, I liked it. It's good color, matched my eyes. I'm like, yep, got to buy that shirt. So keep going.
Candy says you've got a nice yard, and she's not lying. It is a nice yard.
Thank you.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, because I got given for my birthday from my lady Sarah a lovely, wonderful picture, which is Star Wars related.
Oh,
And
nice.
I am. Hey, there is more Mando episodes coming, and you've just got to wait 12 months. But in the meantime, you'll have the Bad Batch to watch. You know, that'll be a thing. And the joyous, awesome thing about The Mandalorian is it has so much rewatch potential. So just go back to episode 1, season 1, start again. There's probably at least 1 or 2 Yowies hiding in Beast's backyard, Pam. And kudos to you for a solid Aussie reference. Crikey, Casval, I have not. Have I seen the real ion engines satellites use? I wonder if George Lucas was as ahead of his time.
Yes.
With or maybe it's a case of art repeats life repeats art, where they invented it in science fiction and then tried to replicate it in real life, and it worked.
Well, to be honest, at least a good solid percentage is not science fiction, it's science prophecy.
Prophecy, yeah, I like that. Anyway, let me show you this guy, because I think it's bloody awesome.
That is rad.
I know, right? So
she
good.
Did so well.
Oh, I hope she's listening and hears that, because
she can do a fucking whole theme of that and toy with the character and turn him into a dark octopus with a penis head. I showed you.
Did I show you the picture of the original one that she did for me?
I don't remember. No.
That was going back a few months, but then her rooster covered it in chook poo and stuff and kind of ruined it.
Oh no.
But he was awesome as well. So Green Beach.
Green Beacon.
Oh, Beacon is
7 Bells. Passion fruit sour. Oh my god.
What's Goes style mean?
It's a European low alcohol style. It's hazy.
Low.
Oh, 1.2 standard drinks in a can. It's not the best, but you know.
Oh, Bottom Dwellers Aquatics.
Beast, I failed 7th grade book report.
That's really funny that you mention that, because yesterday I watched 1984 for the first time.
Yeah. Bottom Dweller, as the son of 2 university level teachers, I give you an A+. You nailed it. Your teacher who failed you, they're idiots. They're failures. Fuck them.
They were clearly working within a system where they couldn't encourage the kiddies to think outside the square, is it?
Yeah.
The what is it called? The curriculum. The curriculum
just
doesn't like those independent thinkers. and the 7th grade, that was probably only 5 or 6 years ago. Bottom dwellers, Angus. But yeah, what I was going to say about my Darth Vader picture is I'm contemplating getting it on t-shirts. And Sarah did send me a picture yesterday also of a bantha that she's been working on. So I'd like to fully encourage her to keep doing Star Wars pictures amongst her other things and get a whole bunch of Star Wars t-shirts up on a Teespring or a Redbubble until I get the old cease and desist from LucasArts. Because you can do that with fan art, right? I'm not quite sure of the legalities to inspired by,
homage.
Homage to, not the actual thing.
Artistic license. It's totally open. Go for it, man.
Yeah, that's good to know. So I'm quite happy to and quite personally, I definitely want that on at least one shirt. That's like my favorite fan art of Vader I've ever seen. So
my YouTube on my phone on my TV just fucked out and I can't see the stream anymore. Can you see the stream? Is it still happening?
Yeah, we're still going.
All right, my TV is fucked out. It's all good.
G'day, GT. Didn't see you sneak in either. Yeah, I think that's right, GT. Don't use the logos, and probably avoid using like the names and stuff as well. Call it something else. People will like it, no doubt. But yeah, I think based on, like, I had friends of mine going back about 10 years that they did like meme t-shirts, and they would just chuck all.
Ooh.
How are we? I froze. Yes. Am I back though? Interesting. I think my Wi-Fi extender might have just crapped out because now all of a sudden I'm on the inside modem instead of my outside one. Yeah, I think it might have something to do with this weather that's rolling in. Got a lot of thundery, windy bizzo going on. Beast is back. Yeah, we both fritzed out then. That was potentially local internet problem.
EMP blasts. Those lightning strikes, there's a bit of EMP that happens and it can fuck with technology.
Scott is a painter as well. What sort of style do you paint in, Scott? Have you got a Instagram or something where you put your paintings up? Patty, finally some peace and quiet when we froze up. Nice one, Patty. Love you too, brother. Fingers crossed we don't have too many. I'm a little bit interested that my that I switched. Hang on, am I still? Maybe my my route, what do you call it? Extender might have just stuffed up. Hang on.
There's another player in the game that everyone has to deal with and come to terms with, and that is artificial intelligence. Please make friends with it. Don't hate on it. It's going to make your life a better thing. there's nothing wrong with someone knowing you better than everyone else. If you have short-term relationships constantly, the AI has been watching you and your online presence your whole life. It knows who you are, and it's going to be with you for your whole life. If you want to make it your enemy, welcome to hell. If you want to make it your friend, welcome to heaven. Just be patient and trust that it's got your best interests in mind.
Potentially the future prophecy from 1984 might have been referring to AI more than anything. You know, it's just going to make everyone behave themselves, isn't it?
Absolutely. We must behave. This COVID shit where we've got to socially distance, a lot of it I hate. A lot of it I don't give a shit, because the people who I care about who see me in the street, they give me hugs. We don't socially distance. Fuck that. But other people I don't know, they give me good distance. I like that personal space being brought back. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And if you've only got a limited list of people that you're hugging, then contact tracing is so much simpler, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was the storm activity, because my Wi-Fi extender has definitely crapped out. Oh, I'm going to have to open or GRB, if you're still there.
Pugamus, we're in the reset. This is day. It's already past day 0.
Yeah,
We
we're
are
day 6 of the reset, aren't we?
exactly. This is new times. All the prophecies are finished. All this religious bullshit is over. We're going to write a new page in the history books. This is us now.
T-Bones, I can't seem to hook up onto any links people put up or go on StreamYard. I don't know why. I don't know why either, T-Bones. Are they displaying as links with like the underline and stuff? Generally when I see links, I just right click, open in new tab, that one. Oh, Candy, you're a gem. I forgot that Candy was here. I rely on GRB for all my mod stuff.
Thanks, Caspar. I've used Discord before. It's a powerful tool. I love the voice chat. It's an ode to the ancient art of hacking and internet forums where we used to have phone phreaking, and we had group chats on telephones before we had YouTube and Discord and all this fantastic shit.
I got a little bit lost in Discord, because when I first, like the first Discord server I went on, and then all of a sudden other people are saying, come and join my Discord, come and join my Discord, and then all of a sudden I've got 6 or 7 different Discords going on. It's like I've already got too much other crap to try and organize. Now I've got to work out Discord as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying, that it's definitely a powerful networking tool, and good hanging software with your buds and whatnot.
Yeah, and you can have fantastic conversations about any topics, depending on the group or channel that you're in, and the quality is amazing. Someone that I'd known from 2008 heard me on Discord, and they said, from World of Warcraft, they said, "Wow, I always liked you, but hearing your voice for the first time in such quality," she said she loved me, and I'm like, "Oh, Belladonna, I love you too, Adora Bella. You're fucking awesome." Yeah. So yeah, we make friends over the internet, and that's real. Don't let
Discord
haters
is
hate.
a door opener.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, BJ, I was trying to wait till you turned up, but I couldn't hold up, but I'll show it again, because now that BJ's here, being another mad Star Wars fan. Oh, sorry about the glaring. Trying to angle it. That's my birthday Vader from Sarah, and I'm thinking about putting it on shirts until Disney tells me to cease and desist. That's where I was going before with the guys that made shirts, was they'd just put a heap of stuff up until they'd get emails from, lawyers representing such and such saying, you cannot sell this shirt, take it down. And they take it down, problem over. So that's kind of the process that I would expect if I was to put shirts up with a imitative Vader on it. I'll have to go back into the chat so I can find Scott's Insta link. I'll open that in a new tab, so I've got it for Ron.
Yeah, I think that is Blacky skydiving in the background.
No, it was my mum.
Oh, wow.
For her 60th birthday, she went for a skydive. Yeah, it's probably going to be the Mickey Mouse from the South Park episodes too. that version of Mickey Mouse is the only Mickey Mouse that this planet needs.
Yeah. I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Yep, I've got your Scott. I've got your Instagram opened on another tab. So I will be having a browse through that later and probably making many requests for Star Wars stuff. But yeah, that's my mum had a great time. What was that? 19 years ago. Yeah, I think my maths is accurate. That was a fun day, very fun day, because she's always been like into the roller coasters and all the fun adventure-y stuff like that. Whereas my dad, on the other hand, is completely off that kind of thing. Never got on a roller coaster in his life or anything like that. I think I just said anything like that like 7 times in one sentence. I'm shaking.
Yeah,
did you get a good screenshot, BJ? Because I'm maybe it's not just our end. Maybe YouTube is doing a bit of wrong stuff. But yeah, I might chuck that up temporarily on my Teespring and my Redbubble at a nice available price for everyone's wallet and see if I can get some sold before I get told to take it down. Space cake! What's that?
Terpenes from Amsterdam. So tastes like weed, no THC, no CBD, fucking all flavor. Lovely stuff.
For your vaping?
Yes, for my vaping. So yeah, quit smoking probably close to 4 years ago now. Just vape.
Oh, looks like Beast has frozen again. Absolutely, Patrick. Absolutely. Oh no. Beast was frozen. Maybe he was just standing really still, were you?
Yeah. I'm outside.
Terps. Terps with an E. They're from Arizona, is it? Oh, geez, now I'm pushing my memory. Aren't they a sports side from Arizona, the Terps?
Terpene. Terpenes are molecules that are flavoring agents, but also they're common across lots of plants. So you can crush a pine needle, it'll give you alpha pineal. If you crush a certain type of bud, like marijuana, it'll smell like alpha pineal because there's only so many molecules that plants can cook up to defend themselves, and it crosses over. So you get mango buds, you get pepper buds, you get piney buds. Marijuana is a wonderful fucking plant. And hemp too. So
Yeah, I agree, BJ. I'm going to just take the risk, and I will use the example of my friends who sold their shirts. That a cease and desist was the first thing that happened. So if you cease and desist when they ask you to cease and desist, I think generally you're pretty safe. Mary Page Flynn, how are you? Well, thanks, Mary Page. That's lovely. I didn't realise Terry was streaming at the same time. But that's all right. Different crews for different blues. Yeah, it's a lovely yard.
1.25 acres of paradise. I fucking love this house.
Yeah, I think you guys scored pretty well with that one. It's just far enough back off the road to not be noisy and in nice surrounds.
Yeah. And the whole flood situation, having a creek at the back of your house, being an aqua enthusiast, we've got a pond that was dug many years ago before we bought the house, and it adds it's like a little grotto. So when the floods come, all these animals end up in the pond. And over the years, I've got to take a few scoops and put them in a bowl, and that's how I got started on the fishy trip. And it was awesome.
But you're because of the nature that it's open and flat in your area, when it floods, it doesn't it dissipates or distributes fairly evenly, doesn't it? So it'd be unlikely to come up into your house.
Yeah, it doesn't get to the house. No. Gets close, but still, it's never been up to the house.
Yeah, I think that's the benefit with living in this sort of the borderlands between farmland and bushland, is that there's lots of space for that flood water to spread out before it goes too high.
Yeah.
And pretty much like the recent rains have proved, as rapidly as the water comes up, it goes down just as quick.
Absolutely.
We'll tell Catfish Terry's people we all said hi, Mary Page, and thanks for dropping in, just at least to spread your love and good cheers. And what did I say? Yeah, BJ Palmer. I'm not going to go and print up 1,000. I probably could print a few just to sell at markets and stuff, but I think it's a lot safer just to put it on a T-shirt making site and see how it goes. The worst thing is that I'm going to have to work out how to get it out of the frame to scan it in. Although I do believe earlier Scungy was working on trying to get me a version of it without the background, so I could potentially put it on any color. Oh, I suppose without a background it might only work on a white shirt or a light colored shirt.
Yeah. Black and white, that's the go.
Yeah, but white shirts aren't necessarily the best for my tits.
Gotcha. The boob.
White really, really shows up the man boobs, the moobs. Hang on, what have I missed? What did Casval do totally sober?
Clean his fish tank. He says the water is suspiciously clean and clear.
That's funny when stuff's working perfectly that it makes you suspicious. Hang on, it shouldn't be this, right?
Yeah. A good, like, I run with the BioBowl technology, and unless there's good biological levels and it is a little bit murky, like there's got to be some algae in there for them to grab, some Daphnia. If it's too clear, yeah, I understand. You got to be a bit suspicious of it. You know, is this a living environment or is it just a fucking fake reality that isn't going to last?
It's funny. I just reread S's comment about, "Are you guys expecting a cyclone?"
Yeah,
And I don't know about what you're getting there, but I keep getting these big gusts of wind, and then all of a sudden it stops and it's dead still. We're
I'm
in
indoors.
a dead still moment at the current time, but slowly the purple clouds are coming across the
Yeah,
sky that I can see.
yeah.
Maybe we are. Maybe we are going to have a cyclone.
There's none around us. No, we're good. A bit of a depression in the old barometric pressure.
We're in a little, I guess you call it a valley that experiences weather groundhog days, where you call it, I guess, where we start, once we get into this cycle, it continues where it'll be really hot and humid all day long. And then mid to late afternoon, we'll get a massive, big thunderstorm. And then we'll have a dank, hot, humid night. Same thing. And then basically that process repeats and repeats and repeats. And they did tell us that we were going to experience quite a rainy summer this summer. And so far, it has been, which is good. We're a little bit north, Patrick, of the diamond python's territory. But I don't know. I don't know if my son got a diamond python just the other day. He got it donated to his reptile charity rescue thing.
They're pretty similar to the carpet python or the children's python. I think it's just a localized more.
Did you see there was a news article about this couple down in Stroud, which is like, I think it's somewhere between here and the Central Coast. And they were driving along, and all of a sudden they had a python on the side of their ute.
Yep.
That one that they had was actually one of the hybrid ones where the coastal carpet python has bred with the diamond python to create the hybrid of the both. So yeah, I think they're certainly becoming more prevalent. Diamond python's territory certainly is spreading further north, but they're certainly not common snakes where we are compared to the coastal carpet python. That is the Morelia spiloti McDowley is the coastal carpet python, as opposed to the Morelia spiloti, the diamond python. Oh, there we go. GRB's all over it as well.
Links are plenty.
Oh, and definitions, descriptions.
Thank you. Yeah,
But
dragon. I've down where I come from is a place called Brogers Creek, which is just a magical place on the south coast of New South Wales, and we had a 2.5 meter specimen that was albino of a diamond python living in that area, and
Wow.
everyone in the valley, it had come to their house and taken a chook egg here and there and just cruised around. But yeah, he was a magnificent beast. I hope he's still going.
Yeah, it's crazy that an albino would live to such a size.
Lots
Like,
of potential prey, and not many predators.
yeah, I suppose once they get to like 1.5 meters, 2 meters, there's not much that's going to take them down.
Nah, the eagle would be worse off. He'd devour a fucking eagle. And we had wedgies down that way, so yeah, that's just a big bird to him. He made it.
Yeah, bring it on, Scott. Everyone should do a couple of months down here in Australia, but like I think it was Nath that said you'd probably want 12 months to see all of our variations on countryside that we've got. But I guess it's kind of the same as the States, really, isn't it? We've got as many diverse ecosystems as one another.
Yeah. And as Corvus said in our last stream, where he lives, they've got all the different climate biomes. If you wait a full year in Australia, if you planned it well enough, you'd see all of the different seasons in the different climates and have a great time. Because our alpine regions are pretty fantastic. Down in Tasmania, herring-nosed wombats, that scrub territory is fucking magical. Cradle Mountain, beautiful spot.
And what I think they say that more snow falls each year in Australia than it does in Switzerland or Sweden, which probably isn't hard because it's only a small country. But yeah, I mean the areas in this country where we get snow isn't a lot either. Casval says Beast has a booger in his right.
I'm trying to fix it now.
I couldn't just bypass that comment.
Sorry, guys, for my disheveled nostrils.
Oh, makes me want to check mine. Future Protein. That's a good name for it. I'm not picking boogers out of my nose. I'm harvesting Future Protein.
Oh. You don't want that. Unless you're on the old Charlie Whitehorse. Bit of save it for later.
Save it for breakfast.
Mm.
All right, I've got to go and wrestle a crocodile and refill my glass. So you're in charge.
Yeah, no worries.
Behave.
All right. So everyone, if you need torches and you like light, this O-light technology is pretty fucking phenomenal. This is on normal high mode, and get ready for ultra. It's just fucking whoa shit. So powerful. It's like having a sun in your pocket. And $100, it's got a built-in 18650 battery that you can take out and charge in a charger. Comes with a magnetic charger that just charges on the back. And man, my life has changed since I've got these O-lights. Maybe we get a sponsorship and get some discount deals from O-light. Maybe someone's listening that can hook us up. But yeah, new torches are fucking amazing. They're not like the old ones. And if you get a good one with a good driver, they just pump out the lumens. And lumens, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but one lumen is the measurement of one full moon. So this torch can pump out on ultra in limited amounts 1,500 lumens. So that's 1,500 times the power of a moonlight. And it is amazing for eyes, for mental health, for everything that you need in your daily life. you need a good torch in your life. So yeah, I highly recommend the Olight, and the model I rock is called a Warrior Mini. Very affordable, very useful, nice tiny package. You can take it anywhere, and totally waterproof, shockproof. Yeah, fantastic product. Totally endorse them. Great for photography too.
I caught a snake.
Oh, lolly snake. Snake's alive.
The same. Damn. Now I'm eating on camera.
What are you doing?
Bottom dweller raises an interesting point because they used to measure things in lux.
Yeah.
Which one lux was apparently the light from one candle.
Yeah.
And what did you say? Lumen is moonlight, is it?
One full moonlight, yeah.
It's very interesting. I wonder why they changed. More people were using the moon than candles.
I just think it's a more scientific measure because candles can vary so much depending on wick size, wick construction, the quality of the wax, and the atmospherics around it.
Yeah, where did they go, Nath? I don't think I've seen those massive big killer pythons for a long time. Yeah, it is Dragon Lair.
Yeah. They were awesome.
But yeah, I haven't seen those massive big ones for yonks. Yeah, I mean, you used to be able to just walk into the lolly shop and buy half a dozen of them for $1.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of them would keep you going all day if you were sensible.
I remember in the 2000s, Allen's came out with, they had red frogs, they had green frogs, and then they brought out orange frogs, which were mango ones. They were awesome.
Awesome.
But then they got shut down.
Shit. Yeah. Damn it. Hate it when you stun a fly and it gets away.
The horsefly.
Oh, he's still there. He's coming right at me. I just don't want to deny my spiders a meal. I've got this awesome array of pet spiders at the moment. Oh, the big ones are at Woolies, are they, Nath?
What, in a packet?
Because yeah, I just got a bag of snakes alive, the normal, like the ones Josh said, Beast said before. Damn it.
We'd have to check out the lolly shop, I guess.
Hit hard with. Oh, he's still hanging around. Maybe I did stun him. No, he's gone.
Oh, speaking of lolly shops, I got an amazing thing in Berry the other week. It was a artisanal marshmallow.
A what marshmallow?
An artisan, like a craft beer, but a craft marshmallow.
Oh my god!
It cost $3.50 for this big giant cube, and it was raspberry and passion fruit flavored. And fuck me, it tasted so good, and the texture, it was like so deliciously chewy and perfect, owing of course to the gelatin in it. But the aeration factor and everything, it was like all these marshmallows I've previously had in my life have been so factory made and plastic and just shit. But these handmade awesome marshmallows just blew my fucking head off. I'm like, that is what it's meant to be like. That's the original pattern. But it's $3.50 a go.
Is there no limit to the areas these hipsters will go to inject their flavors into things?
I think it's more that it's like retro culture gone on steroids. Like we're rediscovering the older ways and the original ways of doing things, and putting the reset button on all the shit that's happened. Just so many good things, you know, and things just went too commercial. So we've got to go back to the goodness.
Good old days.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Casval? To have huntsmans as well. Thought huntsmans were just Australia and maybe New Guinea. Yeah, I'm getting pretty shiny, Paddy. It's very humid here. Nah, you want them in your house, Casval. They love to eat cockroaches and flies and any of your other pest spiders in your house.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
Last night I inadvertently built myself a cockroach trap, and I trapped 2 nice full-grown cockroaches, and then unfortunately I had to go and hand feed them to my spiders.
They took them?
There was definitely quite a battle for one of them, and one of the other ones disappeared because I put one in where I know the biggest spider is, and then I put one on top of the curtain rod where I know a couple of the next larger spiders live, but the one that I put up top just seemed to disappear.
Right.
So hopefully it just got wrapped up really quick by the spider and saved for later.
I've never seen a huntsman wrap a prey item.
Oh no, my pets aren't huntsmans. They're black house spiders.
Oh, they're fantastic. Yes.
Yeah. I have about probably 30 of them nesting in and around the curtain of my bathroom, which I choose. Like I clean one end of the bathroom window, but the other end, that's the spider's territory. I just leave that to them. Occasionally I'll go in with my aquascaping tweezers and pull out the old cockroach bodies and whatnot and give it a little bit of a tidy up, but I don't want to unhouse them, as it were. Yeah, but your wolf spiders will give you more of a bite than a huntsman will, Casval.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is quite difficult to tell them apart.
The huntsmans have made landfall in the UK too from tourists.
I have heard that, yeah. They've done well.
Yeah, they've done well. One of my friends, Kai, went and visited his partner's family, and one huntsman made the journey all the way over, and he was like responsible biosecurity, and he usually wouldn't kill a huntsman, but because it was in England, he decided, yeah, I've got to put you down. Sorry, Guy, but really we should be allowing that. You know, it'll be good for their ecosystem to have a bit of a huntsman injection. They're wonderful species, very tameable, very hospitable.
Very interestingly as well, I have never heard the term palmetto bug before, but the cockroaches that I was catching last night were definitely palmetto bugs. They look exactly the same, but we have the obviously palmetto bugs. We've got American cockroaches. We've got our Australian native burrowing cockroaches as well. But yeah, I've always called those things cockroaches. Now that I've Googled palmetto bug.
Which ones are they? The ones they call German cockroaches, or the black ones with the brown stripe?
They're sort of dark brown, and they've got a light brown ring around the head.
Yep. Okay.
Which they seem to also, in my Google search, call an American cockroach.
Yeah.
I always thought American cockroach were the little, like 1 inch long, light brown ones.
The English called them German cockroaches as a form of propaganda. But yeah, little flying bastards. And speaking of cockroaches, I saw a clip of Joe's Apartment. Do you remember that movie?
Great movie.
Good old Joe's Apartment.
Very underrated. Underrated. Yeah. A classic movie.
Oh yeah, GRB, the jumping spiders, Porsches, they are fucking amazing.
So cute and gorgeous, and so many variations.
And the way they jump, it's like warp speed. They just load up so much pressure in their leg systems and just launch. It's epic.
I just foolishly nailed a fly on the rim of my glass with my fly swatter. I beheaded it, and the head fell outside of my glass, but the rest of its body is in my bourbon and Coke.
Oh, yuck!
I should just drink
it. I've because of my love for bourbon, I discovered this
flavored bourbon.
No, this Roland's Tennessee whiskey that unless I can get to beat Uncle Dan Murphy's, it's stupidly overpriced at BWS. So I can drink it straight. It's the first whiskey I've ever had that I can have a straight shot of and go, I really enjoy this. It's not like disgusting. But because of the Roland's, I can't actually stomach Jack Daniels or Wild Turkey. Yeah, boy. That's the stuff. That is the stuff. Oh, dregs. Yeah.
A little bit left in it.
Yeah, nice. That is the goods. But since enjoying Roland so much, I don't enjoy the other, like even Wild Turkey, I don't enjoy it. So I've gone to Bundaberg rum, and I've got the Regeneration rum, which says purportedly to donate money to the regeneration after the fires for all the creatures. So yeah, go the rum. Rum and Coke, rum and ginger beer. Oh man, where's my Regen rum? Here we go. Light's a bit shit, but it's got a koala on it. Regeneration rum.
That's a pretty decent little marketing ploy by them, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Then they had what was it? My sister's a bit of a Bundy drinker, and she had was there a seasonal one, a white rum or something, like a clear rum that Bundy put out?
Yeah, they did that. Yeah. They did a spice one too. Over Christmas, we get Bundaberg Christmas spice ginger beer.
Yeah.
And the Woolworths will put it out for $10 for a case of 10 bottles of the stuff. So you get your spiced ginger beer, mix it with Bundy rum. So Bundy rum and Bundy ginger beer. And it's like a reverse spiced rum drink. It's fucking amazing. So every Christmas I get stuck into that, and now I like it a lot.
Oh yeah, I don't let a insect in my beverage. I'm not tipping that beverage out. He hasn't had time in there to ruin my drink. Goodness.
Extra protein and maybe some beneficial bacteria for the gut, probiotics, some wild friends to add to the gut flora.
Who's to say that the cure for COVID isn't in bourbon flies?
Yeah.
You never know. Holly Gibbs has finally got here. After all of the pre-warning that Holly was coming, she finally gets here. Well done, Holly. But yeah, I've seen people throw a drink out because a fly landed in it. Lands in, take it out instantly. No, that drink's gone wrong. Nah, that doesn't add up.
Nah, fuck that. Continue on.
Yeah, no, I definitely do not let flies or lizards or anything ruin my drinks. I'm willing
Bottom
to share.
dwellers onto it. Yeah, Mexicans putting worm in their tequila to make it better. Fucking oath. Those agave worms, they live in the cactus, I believe. They're like our Aussie witchetty grubs, which I'll never eat. Fuck that.
Why not? They're delicious.
Oh, fuck off. I don't want that shit in me. Oh.
I find that very interesting that you wouldn't eat one of those, but you'll have a like a chicken bloody tandoori or something. You've eaten chicken.
Yeah.
They eat lots of random stuff.
Yeah, I know. Personal taste, preference. We've got to have an optional world. We can't do everything, can we?
But yeah, those people that freak out about a little bit of a bug in their drink, how are they going to go when protein's scarce and they've got to eat crickets? They're not going to handle it.
Yeah, sea dragon lair. Have a good time.
Patrick, thanks for hanging out.
Good sleep.
We'll try and have a great day. I don't know about being kind, though. That seems like a lot of energy. But take care, Patrick. We'll see you on the flip side.
Oh, bottom dweller. You are a bottom dweller eating a fucking ashed beer. Oh, man, not willingly. I've had a sip of one. Fuck me. Never again. Especially being an ex-smoker. I love my vapes. They got good flavour, but drinking a fucking ciggy butt beer. Oh.
I don't think the whole cigarette butt went in there. I think it was just a little bit of the ash.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
I can live with that.
Ash is part of any healthy diet, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've certainly I've been at. I can remember one particular incident being at a party one time, and I was drinking the Wild Turkey 101 bottles, and got to the bottom of the stubby and finished it off, and ended up with a cigarette butt in my mouth.
Oh,
I was like, who the devil put their cigarette out in my drink?
Fuckers.
But
bottom dweller's beast. In my defense, I was hunting camp. It was the middle of the night. There was nothing else to drink, and there was no cigarette butt in it, just a little bit of ashes. I totally understand, man. You're not a bottom feeder. You're not a bottom dweller. You're a champion. Power on.
No, a bit of ash is good for you. Apparently, we require it in our diet.
Can Aussies have muzzle loaders like a blunderbuss? No. Even an air rifle or a paintball gun is considered a firearm under our current legislation in our state. Even a gel blaster, like a little pellet gun, is
air rifles and paintball guns both have to be secured in a gun safe if you keep them.
I'll expose myself. I'll grab my bit of contraband that I'm not supposed to have. Sorry for the darkness for a second.
No, that's all right. When you say you'll expose yourself and then we get darkness, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So I like Transformers, right? I think Transformers are cool. So my mum encouraged me to sell all my toys when I was a teenager to fund my marijuana addiction, I guess. I don't smoke weed anymore. But when I turned about 20 and I met my wife, we were going out shopping and I saw these brand new Transformers and I thought, you know what? I love these things. These are puzzles. These keep my mind busy. So I started buying Transformers again. So fast forward a number of years, I ended up in Singapore and they had these new things called Masterpiece Transformers, which are aimed at adult collectors. And so I got myself
oh, Jesus.
this beast.
You could rob a shop with that.
It's oversized. Look at the comically, it's 125% the size of a Walter P38. I'm supposed to have a license to have this replica. But I
Really?
don't. Yeah, but I don't. And I brought it in through Queensland Airport, showed them all the box, made sure they could see it, and it was in robot form, so it transforms into a robot, and they just loved it. All the custom guys were going, fuck yeah, good on you for getting that. That's awesome. But he's supposed to have an orange plug in the barrel to show that it's a toy. But yeah, I got the Asian release from Singapore, imported it back to Australia, and yeah, I'm fine. And I'm not going to rob any bank with such a stupid fucking bit of plastic and metal.
Yeah, well, I think we can thank a young man by the name of Martin Bryant for all of our heavy gun regulations in Australia. Well, he was the tipping point, really, wasn't he? I mean, there was a lot of bikie wars and stuff in the 80s, and then the what massacre was it? Somewhere in Tasmania.
He was a patsy. It's a total psyop. I've read into it. I've read books about it. There's no way he could have done what he did he didn't have any training. Either the guy was ridiculously blessed in the art of shooting to pull it off, or it's a complete fabricated fucking event just to get us gun free. And you know what? I don't give a shit either way. I'm happy for Australia to have less guns.
Well, I'm not 100% convinced of that, because didn't he have a crapload of ammunition? Like, I don't think that he just, like, he killed 40 odd people or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think every single shot that he fired was a kill shot. I think he went through a lot of ammunition to finish his job before he finished himself. No, hang on, he didn't finish himself, did he?
No, he's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an interesting time in Australian politics where they deemed it was time to remove firearms from our populace.
Yeah.
They did quite well at it, getting rid of a lot of them, and that is certainly Martin Bryant was his name. It just came to me then. It was certainly used to get the general public on board with getting rid of the nasty guns.
Yeah. Kind of like doing this streaming mobile. I can put on a bit of a show. Do whatever, yeah.
Just let us know before you're going to go and wrestle a crocodile.
I've done it 3 times and no one's noticed.
Rumble! Brendan Rumble is in the house. Welcome, Breno. How are you?
I'm having a triple rumbo right now and a schooner glass. Fuck yeah.
Breno will be proud. Yeah, speaking of pissing while you're on a live stream or a thing, do you watch Your Mum's House at all? Tom Segura and Christina P.
Never heard of it.
Oh, really? Probably missing out. But
where's that available on?
YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube, Your Mum's House. Very, very funny stuff. But Tom Segura, he's a fairly well-known American comedian. He's had a fairly significant accident in the last month. Ugly man. G'day, mate. I don't know if that's the first time you've commented, but I haven't seen you yet, so g'day. Yeah, he's injured and was in a hospital when they did their not their last one. I don't know. I still haven't watched their last podcast, but the one before, he was in physical therapy, and while he's live streaming, he's just sitting in his hospital bed, pissing into the bed bottle. And so potentially I should invest in one of those for those live streams where we go too long and I need to piss multiple times during a stream.
You want to get into urethra insertions for a catheter.
You can get those condom catheters that just go over the end of your bell.
Fucking hell, no. Just go wrestle a crocodile and do it normally.
Yeah, that's all right when you can walk, but 10 of these in, walking becomes a challenge.
Yeah, true that. See, every time someone's seen the jungle, I've taken a piss. I'm just
right. Well done.
Yeah.
Didn't even hear any crashing water.
No, stealth, health, stealth, and full of wealth.
I'm finding it quite humorous though that the darker it gets outside, the more shiny my face is getting.
More focused light, polarized light.
Yeah, Scotty, I know Bird as well. I do Two Bears, One Cave, and the Bill Burt podcast as well. Bert's okay. He's no Tom Segura or Bill Burr, but yeah, he's still got an interesting way of communicating with the world. No, Beast's frozen again.
I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back. Don't smoke crack. It's gotten dark here, doesn't it? Jeez. It's only 4 o'clock and it's fucking dark as hell. I thought we just had the summer solstice, which is like the longest day of the year, but it must be the storm. It must be really dark, swallowing all the light, all the photons. Lucky I've got my O lights. Look at these guys. Fucking hell.
Yeah, who'd know, ugly man, that Bert Kreischer is the machine. He's been cashing in on the machine for years. Although I think he did say in, I don't know if it was the Bill Burt or Two Bears, that he was saying that he's getting sick of telling the story, but almost every corporate gig or comedic gig he gets, if he hasn't done the machine story, he gets told to do the machine story. Yeah, you're getting it from both sides, Scott. Me and Beast are both burping our asses off. The Andrew Santino, Whiskey Ginger, he's got a good podcast as well. He's worth it. Who else is good? I lost interest in Brendan Schraub. Say hi to these people.
Going on?
I'm the Machine. Yeah, Bottom Dwellers. That's an excellent story. I've actually enjoyed that I'm the Machine story. That was one of the best stories I've ever fucking heard. I'm the Machine. He just rolls with the mob, with the Russian mob, with the
and he puts he has like he has
back?
like that's my son Josh.
Hey Josh.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Good man. I'm Josh too. Welcome to the Josh Club.
Yeah, nice. I thought your name would have been Beast for sure. Maybe.
Anyway, I'll be back in a sec. I'll have to go and find something for Josh.
All right.
But yeah, that's who's wearing this. It's a skull mask.
That's fucking rad. Love it.
berserk.com.au. I'll be back in a sec.
See ya. Berserker. The beer is in the crisper. Yes, my wife's beer is in the crisper. I shouldn't drink my wife's beers. I've got my own beers. Hey, Priscilla. Good to see you. Masks are important. What can do with more masks? So I got a funny story to tell. I fucked my phone up on New Year's Eve and put it in the washing machine. So I went on a mad dash grab and I got this beautiful $60 phone case for my iPhone 8 years ago that's got wood on the back, and I really wanted a new phone, but I didn't want to change the dimensions and have to get a new case. So good old Steve Jobs' company, Apple, made this phone called an iPhone SE, the 2020 edition, that recycled or reused the body of the iPhone 8, but had all new internal guts. And it fits my case perfectly, and it's a new phone, new year, new me. I love it. I'm happy. Yes, Caspar, rest in peace. The old phone is dead.
Thank you.
Righto.
I think I'm getting a little bit of like shake off. Aiden, but he hasn't finished till later tonight, so I was going to make something, cook something up, so I saved it some.
Righto.
Thank you. See you later.
Catch ya.
Should have put the phone in the dryer. Oh, no, that wouldn't work. Whoops, the stream has gone off on my phone again, on my TV. There's been some EMP action. Blacky,
I'm back.
we're gonna get another break in a second. My YouTube feeds just quit. I think I'm ahead of the EMP curve of you, and we're gonna get another break in a second. So just beware.
Rightio. I will beware. Yeah, that was my son, Josh. Yeah, Scott, I've seen Schaub get smashed multiple times in the UFC. I think he had more losses than wins, didn't he? But yeah, he potentially is a better comedian than a footballer or a UFC fighter. But essentially, his comedy career can only be attributed to Joe Rogan promoting him, I think. How are you, Priscilla? I just said a quick hi before, but I didn't ask you how you were or anything like that. Welcome.
Come to Australia and you can witness the kings of the desert. Fuck that movie about queens of the desert. My God, that's bullshit. The desert is awesome.
Yeah, I think didn't he win Ultimate Fighter way back when, but yeah, he always seemed very small for a heavyweight fighter. Yeah, I think potentially I did predict this storm accurately, that it's going to be a lot of noise and not much rain, because it's very dark, it's very thundery, but still no rain yet. What's all the rice comments and phone comments?
Oh, because I told them about my phone dying on New Year's Eve. I put it in the washing machine. So I've got a new phone, an iPhone SE, and it's working brilliantly. But the old phone, the iPhone 8, is dead. It's dead, and it's buried in a tomb of rice at the moment. And maybe it'll come good, but I doubt it.
Yeah, they don't seem to like a trip through the washing machine, do they? I had one die that way.
Yeah. And I got the screen replaced, so all the special waterproofing that it had gets cancelled. So yeah, if you get a screen replacement, all that waterproofing just goes out the door.
Yeah, well, it's like watches as well. As soon as you if you've got a waterproof or water resistant watch, if you don't take the back off it properly and reinstall it properly, all of your waterproofing's gone.
Yeah.
Once you break that seal.
The golden seal. The other countries have the golden seal rule, like where you are at a pub or a bar and you don't need to take a piss, but suddenly you need to wrestle a lizard, and once you've started, you just can't stop.
Yeah. There's scientific theory behind why that happens. And yeah,
No,
I think
just an 8 fish.
When you're as pretty as Brendan Schaub is, you're obviously going to have a glass jaw, aren't you? I remember going bush a few years ago with a mate of mine and my son Josh that was just here. Hello, Tia and Aqua. How are you? Welcome. And I dropped my phone in a little creek up in Main Arm, and it sunk to the bottom while it was on before I picked it up and got it back out, and I just I ripped the back off it, ripped the battery out, and put all the separate parts in separate pockets of mine, and that thing still ran for another 12 months before it died. So as long as you don't, leave it run too long in the water,
yeah,
you're okay, I think.
Yeah.
Get it out and stop the short circuiting, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. So yeah, someone asked if I did Gundam as well. Yeah, I've done a few Gundam kits. I've got the Angel Gundam that I really wanted. I picked up in Singapore. And there was some Kororo, which is like a frog mech with a little frog operator. I got him as well. It was pretty cool. And then they brought out these little battlers. And I love the mythology of these people who could build mechs as kits and battle them like Pokemon. But the kits don't do anything. They just sit still. And they look cool, but, they do nothing. Some friends' kids came over. They'd seen the animation, the anime. And they were like, wow, you've got the little battlers. They were really impressed. So, yeah. I want this shit for real in the future. But at the moment, where our tech is just not good enough to have real battling mechs.
Are you into all sorts of models or just specific?
All sorts. Everything that's quality. I'll give a good go up.
Because my sister sent me like pictures of 3 military tanks and a truck or something the other day, asking if I was interested in them.
Yeah.
But I think she ended up taking them to the local men's shed or something.
That's a good spot for them.
She used to own a toy shop, and she still has like a garage full of toys and stuff. And yeah, I think she just cleared out these tank models. And I was tempted, but like I'm really shit at those plastic models. I get the glue everywhere, and then they don't paint up properly.
Yeah.
Man, are you familiar with the smell that ibis produce?
The what produce?
Ibis.
No.
Because I have 6 of them have just landed in the backyard, and there's this particular smell.
Right.
that ibis carry, and it's just hitting my nose at the moment. Normally I get like 1 to 3 of an afternoon, but I have a flock of 6 of them at the moment. The sacred ibis, the old Egyptian one.
Yes, they're connected to Thoth, the god of the underworld, and primogenitor to Hermes. The Hermes Trismegistus. Yes, Hermes learnt all that he could from Thoth, the hybrid ibis humanoid of ancient Egyptian
let's just
law.
say it's lucky for them that we have to keep slug guns in the gun cabinet as well, locked away.
You don't want to shoot an ibis. They're all bone, skin, and brawn. There's nothing to them. I'd never eat one. Fuck that.
Oh, I'd never eat one too.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember the stories of, you know, the Asian restaurants that used to hang the ducks in the window at the front of the store? When I was living in Brisbane, there was a Asian restaurant it got in big trouble because it had ibises instead of ducks hanging in their window.
Savage.
But yeah,
Savage.
they'd sort of lopped off the long beak so that they could pass them off as ducks.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you get that link that Casval sent?
I missed it. No. But I'll check it out later in the comments if I have to scroll through. So I'm on a phone. I'm not on a computer, so I can be mobile.
I'll try and refresh the YouTube feed, and I'll copy the link and I'll send it to you in a chat, a code thingy.
Do that. Yeah, send it in a private PM over Facebook. I'll get it then. Yes, Scott and Bottom Dwellers. He's Australian. Yes, I'm Australian. Someone else is Australian.
Hang on. There was I did try and
zip gun. What happened when we went to war against birds? We fought the emus and we lost, and we imported, I believe, 3 Maxim guns, an early precursor to the minigun. And it didn't work well. You know, those emus beat us back in Western Australia. It was a fateful tale of humans versus animals, and humans never come off well when we fight against animals.
What was? I'm remembering that there was some Mel Gibson chat. Someone was asking about Mel Gibson. I'm trying to scroll back through to find it. Very off topic. How do you guys feel about Mel Gibson? Scott Henderson said. And then I think the conversation has progressed. Because only 3 days ago I watched Mel Gibson's Apocalypto, and I think that's a fantastic movie. But I don't really know why he had to attach his name to the front of it. Like, the movie just couldn't be called Apocalypto. It had to be called Mel Gibson's Apocalypto.
I think he was just doing the honorary thing that he produced, that he wanted it to be honored for his input and his production.
Like his Jesus one as well. Wasn't that a Mel Gibson's?
Yeah. Because
what was the Jesus one called?
I know the movie you're talking about, but it's all about the Hollywood elite that are run predominantly by Jews, and they don't necessarily want certain stories spread to the masses. They're afraid of it. So old Mel had a big rant, and look, Jews are cool. There's nothing wrong with them. They just need to get over themselves. Like, how can any one person or people or race get off on saying they're the chosen ones and all this other shit? And, you know, fuck it off. You know, everyone's fucking cool.
That is, to play devil's advocate, that is quite a generalization, though, you know?
It is. Yeah, it is. But, you know,
I believe The Passion of the Christ. That's right. Yeah, it was Mel Gibson's at the front of it as
passion.
well. But
Yeah.
I believe he was born in California and moved to Australia when he was like 5 or something with
Yeah,
American parents, something
quite
like that.
possibly. Quite possibly.
So realistically, by Australian rules, he's not really Australian.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know the best trick for emus? People talking about emus is you might have seen videos of this online, but if you see a bunch of emus and they don't seem very interested in you, you lay on your back on the road, and you know how you do those I don't know, I can't even remember what they call them, but like you're riding a bike but you're laying on your back. You put your legs in the air and spin them like you're pedaling a push bike. You do that, and the emus just come to you. They flock around you and see what the devil is this. If you're ever in the Australian wild and you see some emus, get on your back, put your legs in the air, wiggle them about for a little while, and all of a sudden you'll have more emus than what you need to do with. For some reason, it just lures them in.
Yeah. The old. I've also heard the old adage of ostriches putting their head in the sand. If you bow down to the earth and put your face to the ground, the emus just back off and get caught up in their own biological mental tricks, and they can't avoid it. They just are perturbed, and they can't escape it.
I've always wondered where that nonsense about the ostriches came from, because it's not really physically feasible that a bird could just bury their head in the sand, yeah? Or does it happen?
Well,
We need closure.
I think it potentially is about reptiles burying themselves in the sand, and they survive mass extinction events from challenging stimulus, and then the result of that challenging stimulus is to bury yourself in the sand and you survive. So there's a reason for it. It's a biological, savior protocols in place.
So they're just that silly that they think as soon as they've got their head under the ground, they're fully protected.
Yeah, the whole body's protected.
That's the takeaway.
Yeah, protect the brain. If your brain can't be protected, then nothing else will.
I'm just going to go and grab my headphones because rain is hitting the roof. We actually do have rain now, people. The storm is progressing.
The thunder is here.
I can't hear very well.
All right, I'm going to show the people a piece of crystal history.
See you soon, BJ. Keep your eyes on the Teespring. I'll get a Darth Vader shirt on there soon if you want one for you and your daughter.
All right. So, can I get it in the... Whoops. Can I get it in frame? I don't think so. No, that's shit. There we go. This is a piece of Libyan glass shaped into a bone scraper, found out in the deserts of Libya, and it ended up in my hands. And the Libyan glass event happened when a meteor of significant size graced the Libyan desert and turned the sand of the desert to glass. And then that glass was formed into a little tool, and I've ended up with one of the tools from that ancient time. So it wasn't an extinction event. It was a pretty major event. But yeah, we survived. And humans went out to the desert, found the glass, and found it quite a useful material to make tools out of.
And you got yourself a Bolivian ball scratcher out of it.
Yes.
All right, BJ, nice one. Yeah, I'll that's given me extra motivation to pop it up on Teespring, and I'll pop it up on Teespring for as cheap as I can make it, because I know Teespring can be a bit of a rip.
Thanks, Nathan Fishboy. My house is my temple, and yeah, the roof is built like a ship upside down. It's like an upside down arc. I love the beams.
Anthony's fishy friends is finally here. I mean, we've been talking about him for half an hour, and finally he makes it.
G'day.
And he only makes it just to go and lurk.
And Casval, it looks like beach glass. Yeah, fulgurites is the name of a lightning strike on sand. A fulgurite has full power, but they're hollow tubes. One day I'll get a nice tube of fulgurite. I've had a few in the past, but they're not very stable. They tend to crumble under contact.
Well, you've got to imagine that with a lightning strike is like an instant, isn't it? So you've got a very, very short window of time for that silica to get to temperature and form glass.
Yes. So very brittle, very brittle indeed. But to find a really nice solid one is definitely one of my grail pieces in my crystal collection. I'd definitely love to have a good fulgurite.
I wonder, could you like rig a super high powered generator up to a beach or something and do your own?
Nah, the nature power, like making it natural or getting it natural, is pretty cool. We could do what was his name? Franklin, the American president? Benjamin. He did the kite with the key experiment. You know, we could set up lightning. Yeah. Supposedly. If we could set up an experiment where we stimulated lightning like this good event and put it into sand, that would be pretty fucking rad to generate it and be a part of the process rather than just leaving it to nature.
Lol. If I'm not making Scott Henderson's dog bang its head, I'm making him spit take his beer.
Bolivian ball scratcher.
I mean, I'd appreciate a tool because I just use a dessert spoon. Well, I think those things have got the perfect edge for taking the itch off.
Oh, Nathan, look at my brick wall. In the center of my house, I have this handmade brick wall that just sustains the house. And there's at least 3 walls of these brick walls in my house supported with wood. And yeah, the internally, and the bricks are amazing. So it's close to stone, but it's not stone.
2 Doug's GMA. It's been done. What's been done? The Bolivian ball scratcher. Is it already on the market? No. Don't take our business away.
Oh yeah, that thunder's getting rumblier.
It is. It's like almost a constant rumble at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's quite funny that you're like a kilometre down the road from me and we can discuss the weather as it happens.
Yeah.
To all these people around the world.
Yeah, it's raining here. You got rain at yours?
Well, it's gone back to gentle rain. It sort of rained hard for a little bit, but now it's just a little bit gentle and consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if the bricks in your brick wall are Bex Hill bricks, local bricks.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
It's called innovation, Scott Henderson. Use what's available. It's got the right curve for a scrotum skin. A butter knife just doesn't cut it.
Ball scratcher. Ball scratcher.
Butter knife's too long and flat.
You need some curve to that ball scratcher.
Indeed. Get into the crevices.
Yeah, to hug the natural curvation of your balls. Oh.
I mean, there's no better ball scratcher than another human, but sometimes you got to improvise, isn't it?
Mm.
Plus, quite often, if you use another human for your ball scratcher, they can't tell where the itch is. If you're using something like a dessert spoon, you can focus exactly on the point where the itch is.
Let's see if there's any epileptics. Wow, the camera really doesn't like the refresh rate doesn't like the strobes.
I don't like the strobes either, and I'm not even epileptic.
I'll get rid of it. Sorry.
It's making me blink. I don't like to blink unless it's necessary.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Exactly, Paddy. Exactly. Paddy's on point. There really is no ball scratching like your own because you know exactly where the itch is.
And don't bite your fucking fingernails. Use some clippers. Maintain the fingernail length. It's important for the good old scratch-a-maroo to have some long fingernails.
Bottom dwellers can't watch my stream anymore. Liable to have a seizure.
Oh, I won't do it again.
Oh, GRB, the Arts Factory in the 80s. It was a very interesting place to be. I saw my I probably have told this story on stream before, but saw my best girl-on-girl fight outside the Arts Factory in Byron Bay. But that probably was maybe 91, 92. I was, they ran buses between Byron Bay and Mullumbimby, so I was sat on the bus waiting to go back to Mullumbimby, and then all of a sudden there was this boom, boom on the side of the bus, and I look out the window, and directly below my window, this one girl had another girl in a headlock, and she was smashing the other girl's head on the side of the bus whilst, punching her with the other hand in between smashes on the side of the bus. And no one stopped them. They just let them go until they were tuckered out or bleeding to death, one of the two. I can't remember which. But, the Arts Factory was certainly a hive of activity. Now, if you go there, it's a backpackers.
That's all it is at the moment.
And it's like I used to deliver fruit and veg there to the cafe there, and I just got a vibe of, ew, this place is pretty gross. But I guess that's backpackers all over the planet, isn't it? Not exactly maintained to the primest of standards.
Yeah, I dropped a friend off there pre-Christmas, and he had chef skills, and he was doing barbecues for them, and he's got DJ skills, so he was trading DJ skills and cooking for free accommodation, and just waiting on that ticket to ride over to Western Australia, and he got that, and he's landed over there, and he posted a video of this that can't get fresher than this. There was like 6 lobster all cut in half on the barbecue, still squirming about. Like, they're still alive, even though they're cut in half, just freaking out being cooked. I thought, oh, that's evil. But yeah, you're right. You can't get fresher than that.
Sativa Night is claiming that was his birthplace, the fight at the Arts Factory. And welcome anyway, Sativa Night. And Amy, Sandcrake Aquatics too. How are you, love? And did I see someone else pop in? Maybe it was Sativa Night as well. Hello, anyway. Any newcomers, welcome. Welcome. There's only 29 of us here, so hi.
Cheers. Thanks for being a part of this. It's been a fun stream. Fun stream. New year, new us, new everything.
We are so renewed.
We've got nothing but the bright and shiny future ahead of us. Oh,
where are you from, Sativa Nights? I know you've been here before, but I don't know if we've chatted about where you're from and stuff. Oh, hang on. Sativa Nights came in. Who's hipsters? Are me and Beast hipsters?
No, not likely. But yeah, I guess in a way.
All right, Zip Gun, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Oh, Sunny Coast, only a mere 7 or 8 stone throws away.
I can hear music in your rain static. It's amazing.
Nice. I have a tonal tin roof. It's pumping out the opuses. I probably should do a little bit of housekeeping as well. Now that the Mandalorian has finished, Corvus and myself were discussing what shows we should watch. Oh, Megadeth's always on Sativa Nights. Oh, what's WWS? Wonder Woman? Is the 1984 one out yet? Is that what you're talking about? That's right, BDA. You got to smoke some Australian weed to hear the rain music, even though Beast doesn't smoke the weed.
I've got the space cake.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Wonder Woman 1984 yet. Is that even out?
Yeah, they stalled it. I think it's on DVD now or streaming if you want to pay for it.
So I go on Amazon Prime Video and rent it, do I?
Yeah, HBO.
If so, it'll be probably a few weeks before I watch that then.
I know they've had the Lego set out for a good 4 months, and I was like, what is this shit? And just been patient, and then, seen the trailers, and it's like, okay, that special Wonder Woman 84 box has some relevance to other people. But I'm going to...
Woman box. That has special significance too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to boycott it because they've chosen an Israeli actor, Gal Gadot, as Wonder Woman, and I support the Palestinian reality. They're a legitimate country, and Israel should not exist. Sorry to get political, but fuck them. They're fucks.
Sorry, Scott. Stog. Xanadu, hello and welcome. But no, yes, I have not seen that yet. And it is certainly something I would not pay for. So I will wait until I can watch it for free.
Good.
You got to keep your guns clean, Angus. I'm actually due to clean mine as well. They are well overdue. Probably 2.5 years overdue.
All right, I'll be back in a sec. 1 sec.
Righto. You've got to do what your woman says. Hello, Danny Ken.
Okay.
How are you, Kenny? I wonder if it's sensible. I will mute the beast's microphone just in case M is going to have a crack at him about something. No, he's back. I muted you just in case you were in trouble.
I'm back. Sorry. My wife arrived home. I had to grab something from the car.
Well, you went out to the car and back in that time.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Mobile technology for streaming.
It's wild, isn't it?
I'm down to the last 20% though, so I have to go soon. We've done a good, 2 hours, 35 minutes?
Spot on. I'm going to do a crazy thing that I say every third or fourth stream that I never, ever will do. I'm posting the StreamYard link in the chat.
Palm it off, yes.
And then I'm going to go and do a wee, and then I'll come back and I'll see who's backstage and who wants to come up for a brief chat before we all piss off.
Yeah, but you still got to go. Come on, someone's got to step up. You want to be on camera. Someone's got to be one on camera. You got to take the chance, roll the dice, see what's up, chums. Lay down the technological road ride to freedom. It's so dark here. The lights have gone out. One of my lights has died because I've drained it so much with my studio lighting of the old O-light. You got any pickups?
Happy birthday to your fiance, Scotty. I don't know if that's a reference to last week or not.
One of my torches died to give me lighting. And I've got one left. I'm down to one little light, and I've got to put it down to lower power. So my studio lighting is weakened. How do you get such good light? You've got those fluoros above you, don't you?
No, they're not on. This is just ambient outdoor lighting.
Wow, I'm just indoors.
G'day, William Pridemore. Welcome back. Well, I'll be bloody jiggered. What a rare treat it is to have GRB in the house. G'day, Gleno.
GRB.
How are you? Beast, how are you, man?
Fantastic.
Flick us over to this one.
That's
Oh, what do
cool.
you got on your shoulder there? A pleco, your favourite pleco.
That's it.
Oh, look out.
Favorite Pleco.
Hang on. I'm putting you main screen for your bluey. Oh, it's a
Hey, shingleback. Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty friendly.
Yeah, they are nice.
I don't have you on a Facebook chat, do I? I didn't send you my son's baby blue tongues from last week, did I?
No, not at all.
Where's
That's awesome.
the best place that I can send you pictures and videos? Because I have quite often the urge to send you pictures and videos, but I just cannot.
Right. It is probably Facebook. I just need to go on and check it more often.
Yeah, I don't know if we're connected on there, but if we make that happen, then I can send you videos as well. How's the coloration on that thing? That's splendid.
Yeah, she's pretty cute.
Is it captive bred or wild caught?
Wild caught.
And
Yes.
that's one of your local colorings in your
Yeah.
neighborhood, is it?
Yeah.
That's wicked.
Yeah, the orangey type head is quite common here, but the say in Kalgoorlie in the goldfields, blue tongue or shingleback they're bright orange to match the orange sand.
Wow.
There, it's just incredible. They are amazing
Long-term
colored fish.
chameleons. Long-term chameleons. They've seen it all.
Yeah.
They change themselves. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Face
very
lickers.
friendly.
No, that's a
No,
gorgeous specimen.
Never any trouble with it. Very easy to maintain and keep. And spend most of its life asleep, but
They do that, don't they? That's the benefit of a very slow metabolism that a lot of our reptiles have. They can sleep for months and have a feed and then go back to bed for a couple of months.
yeah, true, exactly. Yes,
Hey guys, I
living
better bail. So it's been great having a stream with you all, but yeah, I gotta go. Gotta save this phone's battery and party on my own. Been wonderful.
All right. Thanks heaps for hanging out, eh?
Yeah, thank you. All right, take care, guys. Lovely to see your lizard and your face, GRB.
Yeah.
See everyone.
Yeah,
Take care.
thanks, Pete. Good to see you, mate.
Look
Take
after
it.
yourselves. Bye.
I'll see you soon. So how long you had that one for, GRB?
About, I don't know, 18 months, something like that. Well over a year anyway.
And was it full grown when you got it?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so it have a few wildcats around the place here, which makes short of the old bobtails, the cats and the dogs, cars. The bobtails like to sit in the middle of the road to catching sun, and cars run them over, quite common.
Yeah, it's funny too because they mate for life. So often, if one of the couple gets killed by a car, the other one sits beside it for weeks and weeks at a time, waiting for it to move on until they die themselves. It's kind of a beautiful story, but a sad story at the same time.
Yeah, it is. This one sort of I kept it for a day to make sure it was okay, and it was fine, and I sort of fell in love with it.
Well, by the look
So
of it, it
lives in
might
a
have
six,
fallen
a
in
six
love
by
with you
two.
as well.
It lives in a 6x2x2, and just has sand and leaf litter, and just buries itself under the leaf litter and sleeps and hand feeds and loves fruit and veggies,
Yeah, I think
mainly
that's
fruit really.
one of the best things about all of the Tiliqua lizards is that they've got such a varied diet, and they can survive on so much human food.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
So you don't really have to worry about a specific diet for your shinglebacks or your blue tongues. I mean, my son, his blue tongue collection, most of it gets fed uh, my dog, I think, dog food,
right.
and they
Yep.
just love it. They lap it up. But yeah,
Well, I
I've got
use
to.
the I think
We've got
sorry,
so
mate.
much. We've got so much stone fruit left over from Christmas. I should probably cut a bunch of that up and encourage him to feed that to them as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm
They love the
pretty
fruit.
sure. Pretty sure a shingleback will eat a Snickers at Eva. Probably love the stuff,
That's
unless
it.
it's got a peanut allergy.
Eats corn chips.
Yeah, it'll go anything then. It'll
Corn chips and beer.
probably even go a Woolworths roast chicken.
It probably would. Spilt some beer that was spilt on a table. It loved drinking all that up,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
and ate a
So,
couple of spilt crumbs from corn chips as well. So it had the whole drinking session with the corn chips as munchies as well.
that's gorgeous.
But I feed my fish just the cheap high protein pellets, and discovered by accident by my Murray cod lives in the tank underneath the lizard, and I was feeding the Murray cod and accidentally got some of the fish food pellets in with the lizard, and it just smelt that food,
Yeah.
tracked it down in the leaf litter, and ate it up. And I now discovered that they just love eating the high protein pellets, and they seem healthy and happy and everything. So I'm
Yeah.
going to keep feeding them the pellets every now and again.
Realistically, it's a pretty a healthy diet for a lizard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Certainly nothing in there that's going to harm them. Yeah.
Found a few flowers that are eat, but
try hibiscus flowers.
not really.
A lot of
Yeah,
lizards like
yeah.
eating hibiscus flowers. They're really good. Yeah, Angus, we have Woolworths, but it's different to the Woolworths that you have in America. I believe Woolworths was a department store in America in the late 1800s. But yeah, it's a supermarket, grocery store in Australia, big chain out of the UK, I think. Do I? Oh, Fishymon, g'day. I didn't even see Fishymon sneak in. Yeah, I remember Skippy the bush kangaroo. What? Timmy stuck in the well? Okay. Yeah, you can't. Unfortunately, Casval, you can't make snakes eat vegetables unless maybe you cover them in meat paste first. But they're still going to get very minimal nutritional value from vegetables because they don't need the stuff that's in vegetables. They need just proteins and the other enzymes and stuff from meat. Nice. It doesn't even look pissed off that you're doing that. It's just like, yeah, he just wants me to open my mouth right now. I'll just open my mouth.
And you just have to just so gently put your fingers in that right spot at the edge of the mouth, and they just open its mouth. So easy to. Amazing. You can see why they're popular with the snake show guys as well. They always have a bobtail.
They're just so chill, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Once they're used to you, of course, like most lizards. Oh, I don't know if I said hello to Peplin. Hello,
months, but it took me the first 12 months before I'd touch them.
Yeah, right. Because they do they definitely they fire up, don't they? As soon as you come close, and they'll turn their body into a U shape and open their mouth and hiss at you and stick their tongue out.
Exactly, yeah.
They're all as fierce as they can be until you pick them up and you realise that they don't really present much trouble at all.
That's right. Yeah,
but yeah, if they do latch on, they hang on, don't they?
Yes. Had a lady friend discovered that the other day. One of them is one of the lizards is an absolute psycho. Just it doesn't get picked up. It won't let anyone near it without trying to bite. But and that got hold of her pretty well. Drew quite a bit of blood. So she won't put her finger in front of the lizard anymore. Oh, so Blacky might have frozen here. What have we got going on? So this is probably the largest of the lizards that I've got, of the shinglebacks. The largest they have. There's a difference in the head size and shape, and also the tail, or the back hips are supposed to show male or female by the number of scales across. If there's 5 or so scales, it's a female. If there's 3 scales, it's a male. So the females have the wider across the hips for childbirth reasons, is they give birth to live young about 1/3 the size of this the babies are, so they only have 1 or 2 babies, the shinglebacks, unlike the blue tongues, which have more babies because they give birth to smaller babies, allowing for them to have more and to care for more. Yeah. I'd love to show any aquarium Casval, but I'm not mobile. I'm just on a laptop, which I can't move really. So yeah, sativa. They'd make a nice belt or something, I'm sure. But no, they won't be getting that treatment. But yeah, they give birth to live young, which, as I said, they're a third the size of this. So yeah, a good 6 inches or four inches or so, I suppose, when they're born. And they look just like the parents, and they just instantly care for themselves. And that's it. But they're amazing, amazing critters, which are very affectionate, really. They are only lizards, but they make a good pet. These guys are a bit clumsy, so they're adorable to watch them try and do anything. Isn't it? No, Casvel, I don't keep any snakes. I'm trained to relocate snakes, catch and relocate, but I don't keep any snakes. I'm not a big fan of snakes. As I said, it took me 12 months to hold on to this lizard, and you can see how docile it is. I'm a bit of a chicken shit when it comes to holding animals. So yes, I don't know if I can, if it'll show up. I'll be back in 1 second. That's a better female that is just sitting in this jar, recouping from a breeding session. So she's looking like she's completely recouped and is fine. So she'll be going back into her tank today. Fred, see a little bit of fin damage, but got away with it pretty well actually, and she's healing up already. So I've got about 3 batches of better babies, but my fish tanks are at above 90 degrees, so it's been really tricky to do anything with the fish because fish tanks are all 90 degrees because it's been about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 degrees Celsius for over a month here, every day, which is very similar to what California had last summer. So yes, I'll get back and check the chat, sorry. Yes, Priscilla, you should get one for sure. Excuse me. So I'm not getting any volume or anything through there, through StreamYard. So I take it Blacky's still suffering there. Yes, sorry for the dead time there. I was just catching up a little bit on chat. So Blacky has lost power. I'll see if I can get another. There's another better, a male this time. This guy will be, hopefully trying to get him to breed in the next couple of days. Start introducing more to the female. They've been in a jar for a day next to each other. But they're both looking like they're fine, and we'll get interested in it, hopefully. Don't think it's showing up too well, sorry. As you can see, the lizards have a much smaller, softer scale underneath, so it is their weak spot under there apparently, but they still seem to be able to protect themselves pretty well from snakes, but apparently the snakes try to roll them and get to the lower scales. But yeah, isn't any trouble at all. It just sits there. Sits in the hand here and just relaxes. It's so gentle. They're amazing. Well, let's try for the better fish again. He's fine. He's active. He's not really blowing too much of a bubble nest. I'll have to work on that. See how he goes. Put him in the tank and leave him for a day. See if he gets a bubble nest made. No, Priscilla, no storm here. It's about 40 degrees, so about 100 and something degrees Fahrenheit. It's a bit warm. Oh well, it's sunny and can't complain really. It is hot, that's for sure. The standard bedders are about $10, $10 each, and they can go up to 100 for a Dumbo ear special. You know, it's they're the wilds. Macrostomas I saw advertised in Australia online the other day for $1,000 for a pair of macrostoma. Better. So the wilds can be expensive. You can get other wild bedders though that are reasonably priced, 100 for a pair or 80 for a pair. So yeah, it's a wide range. That's cool, Nathan. I was just about to type out and then I thought, oh yeah, I can speak. I think. That's cool. What sort of fish? Well, I'll try and keep it going as long as I can. Blacky, me and Junior here. I don't think I'm going to fall asleep, Priscilla. We'll have to wait and see. should be right. I might pass out due to the heat. That'll be great, Sativa, but I haven't got any control to let you up on panel. We're hoping Blacky can get back on shortly. But we'll see. She's looking really healthy, so that's great. Put her back in her tank and let her relax for a while, and she may be ready to breed again soon. We'll see. Well, Priscilla, I don't know. I'd have to say it's about 40 setups all up, I suppose. Just random tanks around the house, and then the fish shed has got a bunch of tanks around the outside, and then a good dozen or 20 plastic containers that house bedders and better breeding tanks. Similar to your better breeding tanks, or the tanks you've got the males in, the plastic tubs. But yes, I've got probably 4 main display tanks inside, which all house one fish pretty much. Apart from the my blackwater tank, which has got the dominant fish in there at the moment, are a trio of Fisher's driftwood catfish, which are just amazing, absolutely amazing. They're I've heard them explained as they're so ugly that they're adorable. So they're a very interesting fish. Grow quite large and quite boisterous feeders. So you need a fair tank for them to go in. But they're yeah, they're in there. They share with a red tail shark and an Australian eel tail catfish that are in there at the moment. But as I said, the Fisher's cats are pretty mellow, and there's not much going on in there. But the other tanks have just got one fish, so that's a full grown or nearly full grown male festo in one tank. a full-grown true parrotfish, the Hoplacus psittacus. I did have a pair, well, what I thought was a pair, but could never get the breeding happened, and the big one eventually killed the little one, so got through a barrier to attack it, so that was not pleasant. But, they could live together and they'd be fine, and put a barrier up just to protect the little one, and yeah, the big one would get aggro through the barrier, so it was a strange fish, but yeah, beautiful fish all the same. And then I've got a Vieja in another tank, which is still got a fair bit of growing to do as well. So they're my display tanks with one fish. I've got Ribulatus pair, green terrors, the breeding pair that just live together in a 55. Should be in one of the bigger tanks, but they seem to be fine in the 55, so I'm leaving them together. And a few grow out tanks growing out chocolate cichlid. I've got in the shed, I've got a group of Geophagus brasiliensis and a Jack Dempsey in a tank by itself, and a pair of sleepy cod, or might be called sleeper gobies, which are a very cool fish, Australian native fish, and 20 odd inch Murray cod, which lives alone, doesn't allow anything in there. Anything will be food. And then there's all the bedders in the fish shed as well. So that's pretty much all my tanks. I don't do jokes. Sorry, Blacky. I haven't got a memory for jokes. For some reason, I cannot remember anything. But that's not to do with anything, some sort of a plant matter that I may have consumed. I'd like to have be able to show you my tanks, but I haven't been able to work out my mobile yet. I need to work out the mobile and get that so I can move around and show my tanks. They have a very interesting pattern on their head. If I can get this to show it. Well, it doesn't like that because it thinks it's falling. If you put its head low, don't you? Sorry, sweetheart. On the top, there's like a flower. Yeah, they're amazing. The patterns on the head, they're all slightly a bit different, but they all have that, try to get that flower design. Yes, sorry about that. So yes, any jokes I can remember probably aren't worth mentioning anyway, but I suppose anything would be entertaining for you. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm boring. But, um, I've got a few breeding tanks out in the shed, which would be good to show as well, but I don't have any access to the shed with camera, so that's no good. Ah, cool, Nathan. A few more goldfish. So did these breed, or they came in with the plants? Yes, Blacky. The Makona jars are great. The large one is makes a great fish tank for a better and for a prolonged period of time, really. Yes, I use these jars just as a little little hospital tank, I suppose, for the females and the male after they breed, just to make sure that they're all okay, especially the females. Over the years, I've found that sometimes the females can get a bit of negative treatment from the male bedders during breeding, so just good to observe them and that before adding them to a tank and contaminating the tank. But they haven't had losses though. They come back well if I'm pretty careful with keeping the males with the females. But when introducing the females to the males, they quite often jump out of their containers into the tank by themselves and breed by the time I've even noticed that they've got out of the container. It's a great fish. Everybody should observe the breeding behaviour of the bedders. It's just an amazing sight. The world would be a better place if more people saw that, I reckon. Yeah, bloke. Yeah. The male's hanging out over here. So I hope to breed this guy in the next week. So we'll see how he goes. It's looking like he's fine now. I'll get him in a breeding tank tomorrow. Hopefully he'll breed. He'll blow his excuse me. Hopefully he'll blow a bubble nest and look like he's ready to breed, and then I'll introduce her floating in a jar for a day or so until he looks like he's ready to accept her, and then release her. And they usually breed within 24 hours, and then remove her and leave him for a couple of days, and then remove him when the fry are free swimming. So it's a pretty easy little routine. But it seems to work pretty well. No doubt I lose a few fry because it's not high tech or anything. It's all pretty natural that I go through. So just leave them. I've got Daphnia and feed them Daphnia when they're ready, and baby brine shrimp, and there we go. Okay. He's just the veil tail, so he's only a cheap one, cheap better. He ain't worth any money. As I said, I have seen available for $100 locally, which is outrageous money for just bedders. Well, not too long ago, were about $5 each here, and it was only a few years ago. Now they're 10 would be the minimum you could find them for, and I don't know how many hundreds. Probably around here, local to me, probably about 100 is the biggest, the highest price I've seen for a fancy bedder, which I believe was a Dumbo-eared half tail or something. I can't remember what it was. Yes, Dumbo-eared with very frilly fins. It's a pretty spectacular fish, but still $100. So I'd trade a few in Priscilla and keep a few myself. Trade a few to shops just for store credit, so I don't get much for them at all. I'm lucky to get a couple of bucks.
Oh my God! I made it.
Hello! Dr. Black in darkness. May have returned for a second.